Welcome back to the dumbest bill in America. We have, of course, Delegate Brian Chisholm. Welcome back, Brian.
Good to be here.
And I'm Mark Fisher. We're calling this anti-American. And guess who that would be, Brian?
Everybody on the left.
Pretty much, except for apparently 8 in the Democrat Party at the national level. So get this. 2 congressmen who are Democrats in the United States Congress decided to come up with a pledge saying, hey, are you pro-American or anti-American? Are you pro like common sense? Are you pro democracy? Are you capitalist? Are you pro-capitalist? Are you pro-socialist? And well, anyway, Bill Maher did a segment on this. Watch, and you decide. Here it is.
2 Democratic congressmen released an open pledge they wanted their fellow Democratic members to sign. It said, we are capitalist, not socialist. We want safety, not lawlessness. We are proud, not ashamed of America. These should not be hard words for a congressional Democrat to sign on to. You know how many did? 8.
So, Brian, what do you think?
So their new platform is, except for the 8, is we believe in lawlessness, socialism, and we hate America.
Yes.
That's a great campaign slogan right there. I don't know what
Brian, only 8 Democrat congressmen out of like over 200 signed on to this.
And what do you think the number is going to be on Polymarket and how quickly they get primary because they're not falling in line with the Democrat. This is the Democrat platform.
It is.
If you have 204 that are for calling America, they're not proud of America.
Yes.
And they believe in lawlessness, which is just basically evil. I mean, that is harming somebody else. That's lawlessness,
evil,
right?
It is.
And that's where their platform is, because it is a communist socialist platform. And I feel bad for these 8 people. I mean, maybe we need to talk to them and say, look, on our side.
Yeah, welcome to the Republican Party.
We actually believe that
we actually like our country.
Exactly. You should be paid for hard work and people shouldn't steal from you. And we love America. I mean, think about that. That's crazy to me. It's almost, it's.
So Brian, let me ask you this question, and podcast listeners. If we were to ask the Democrats in the Maryland House of Delegates and the Maryland State Senate, are they pro-capitalist or are they pro-socialist? And will they sign a pledge saying that they're pro-capitalist? Will they sign a pledge saying that they're pro-public safety and pro-police? Will they sign another statement, talking about how they love America? Or do they hate America? And just go down that line, and what do you think they'll say?
I think the numbers, sadly, might be about the same. I mean, we talked about some of the debates we had last year. 287G, how badly they went after.
And what is that? Explain that.
And that was letting the immigration officers come into your state if you had somebody that was already in jail for committing a crime.
So they committed a crime. They're here illegally. They were arrested.
And the reason ICE wants them is they have committed some other heinous crime. And we have people standing up on the floor saying, these are the worst of the worst, wanting to come get them. Mm-hmm. Well, the reason they want to come get them is they pose a serious threat to public safety.
That's right.
And so Democrats showed their hands there and said, well, we don't want that to happen. So they do believe in lawlessness. They don't like America. They hate capitalism. I mean, we've heard it. You capitalists. I mean, are you freaking kidding me?
And they would also, as you said before, they would be primaried in the Maryland House of Delegates. They would be primaried in the state Senate of Maryland if they were to come out and talk about how they love our country, about how they think this is the greatest country on the planet, about how capitalism solves problems and fills voids and gives people an opportunity to lift themselves up from nothing. And unfortunately, I don't think anyone in the Democrat Party, except maybe just a handful of people now in Annapolis, would ever sign such a pledge.
Because so many of them see capitalism as stripping their power away from them. Yeah. So in my opinion, it is the most selfish or ignorant thing you can believe in. You believe that you are so smart and you should get all the power. And how often do we see it, Mark? It's not about the will of the people. It's not about the consent of the governed. It is we are smarter than everybody else in the room. I mean, we don't give a shit that wind farms don't work and solar panels. We're smarter than you, so we're going to force it down your throat. Capitalism says, no, let's have a free market of ideas and the best ones will rise to the top. That's not what they say. They say we should be able to draw our own maps. because you people are too stupid to figure out where you should fall in. We're the ones that should be telling businesses how to run. We are the ones that should be running your life. And that's really what it is. I mean, you see everything that comes out of Annapolis. What it is about? It is about authoritarian belief that they are smarter than everybody else that they actually govern. And that's sad. And I think Bill Maher recognizes that.
He does. And the Democrat Party, Brian, as we're calling this podcast, has just become anti-American.
Yep.
And imagine, it's like, I wonder how many of those rich Democrats and or just the far left, they don't have to be rich, any of them would be willing to, I don't know, move to Cuba or move to North Korea or move to mainland China. Mm-hmm. I mean, how many, Brian? How many do you think? Because, apparently they think that is the solution for this country.
And once again, it's going back to they prey upon young minds because the youth of today has no idea what struggle is. Honestly, they just don't. And that's a beautiful thing, but they don't know what struggle is. So what do? They say, you see that Billy over there, he's got a bigger house than you. That's not fair. Yeah. Not knowing anything else. So the guy that looks at Billy's house says, well, that isn't fair. And I want Billy's house.
Right.
But what ends up, the result of all of that is all the houses then become gone except for the government officials who want the power to run your life. And that's where we're going.
And that's the dumbest bill in America. Democrats are completely anti-American. We'll see you next time.